The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states. Plus, you get 20 free bucks if you use the promo code SGPN at sign up. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN for a free 20 bucks at sign up.
And Peggy the shot, the ground downfield. He gets the catch, and he gets in for the touchdown. The catch is made by Calvin Ridley. Wilson, as he throws.
And welcome, everyone, to the Propcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. Currently Friday afternoon, January 16th, around 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, always, Scott Rochelle, joined by Adam Rosenberg. Together, we're going to break down our thoughts for the NFL games coming up this weekend, divisional round. So we are going to be breaking down props in general. 3 props each, same as usual. Should be fun. A reminder, there are no Monday night games, so the entire collection of games will be on Saturday and Sunday, so keep that in mind. But Adam, how's it going with you? What's up?
Nothing. I am just putting in this last couple things on the future and explaining to Kramer that I do not want to come on VSiN tonight. So that'll probably I'm assuming you said no.
I wasn't asked yet, but I'm going to say no because I'm
going to say no. I don't want to stay up till midnight.
I'm in parks, so it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But...
Anyway, no, things are good. I think that I was going to do my first food review for everybody.
Okay.
As we kick off that series.
What went into the thought process behind which food you're going to pick?
Whatever was on my desk.
That's what I figured it was going to be, but I was wondering.
Yeah. Didn't think it through. We're workshopping this, and so next week it'll be a little bit more detailed. We're calling it the Victor Johns Memorial Food Review on the on the Propcast. Anyway, my kids' mac and cheese made 3 days ago. 4.5. Eyes were
out
bigger
of 5 or 10.
Out of 10.
Okay, I'm making sure. Okay, we never established a scale system, so I had to confirm what the rating system was. That's fine.
I agree. So anyway, but things are good. Really good episode for us yesterday too. If you want to recap that.
Yeah, we crushed. You ended up sweeping all your plays, including a goal score that you gave out a plus 230. Shout out to Rust. Besides that, I went 2-1. We hit the underdog entry, so we won basically everything. We went 5-1 combined with the underdog winner. So that was 6-1 too. So once again, just a great overall episode. You made some money. I know that there were some parlays that were sent to us on Twitter of people just tailing our plays. So that worked out.
Dude, that one dude had a monster. That
one guy made like 2.4K on our plays.
Good for him.
So good for him. But either way, once again, if you tail their plays in NBA or hockey, you did well. So there you go. Anyway, before we get into our thoughts on football, a reminder that we have a nice promo going on with the merch store. New year, new gear. SGPN merch store has a bunch of new items for the new year, and right now get 10% off everything in the merch store with the code 2026. So once again, check out the merch store, 10% of everything with the code 2026. So starting off with the actual props that we have for the football weekend in the NFL. Adam, I'll let you go first as always. What's going to be your first prop for the divisional round?
All right, so my first prop for the divisional round, let me pull this up. So I'm going to go with that Bears game. Colson Loveland, over 55.5 yards. Honestly, I think this might have moved up a little bit. I still like it at 60. 94, 91, 137 the last 3 weeks. 4 of his last 5, he's gone over this. He's been the guy. Caleb has really leaned on him. We've gotten to see how he could stretch a field. And this Rams team, I don't want to say they're susceptible in the middle, but their entire defense just doesn't seem great over the last really. As soon as Lake got hurt mid-season, everything sort of started trickling down.
I mean, we saw it last week. The Panthers at the second half just went up and down the field.
Yeah. So look, he's over in his last 2 against bottom 50th percentile pass defenses. He's actually over in 3 of his last 4 against top 25 percentile rush defenses. So I do think that the Rams are going to be somewhat of a minor pass funnel here, and I think Colson Loveland's going to be the recipient of a lot of that. So Loveland over 55.5 yards. That's the number I got. I will grade it based on that. And minus 117 is what I have for it.
Yeah, so I was a fan of Loveland too, but I actually had the receptions over 4.5, but I ended up not taking that. That was going to be one of my bonus plays at the end. For my first play, I have a first half receiving yards play. Very degen, but I still like it. James Cook, first half receiving yards under 7.5 at minus 121. Cook has been horrific at catching passes in the first half of games this season. In fact, he's at less than 8 receiving yards in the first half in 17 of his first 18 games this season. This prop is 17-1. Now, Ty Johnson missed the last game, so a lot of people liked Cook's receiving yards over last week. He had 2 catches for 4 yards. He did nothing. Now, Johnson might come back. He was practicing this past week, so that he's going to limit the potential third down usage in the pass game for Cook. But simply put, the Broncos are also good against running backs. Second fewest receiving yards to running backs this season. Cook, though, once again, 17-1 to this first half under. Good enough for me. James Cook, first half receiving yards under 7.5 minus 121.
I mean, you've been really good at identifying these micro James Cook fades all season. So
they use him as a bell cow guy, but the fact is he's not a pass catcher. I know that the receivers are all dead. They were dead last week too, and Cook had 4 yards, so it didn't really matter. And Johnson didn't play, so I see more Johnson snaps, if anything, to be a receiver.
Ooh, hold on. See, I'm seeing Joe. Joe, can you post that one? I like Joe saying Rams halftime, Bears full time plus 850.
Yeah, that's what the Bears do. They know show
I like
the first
that a
half.
lot. Well, I have a Rams. I have a Bears fourth quarter money line in pocket. Same kind of principle, but I like that one, Joe.
850 is just a great price.
Great price. Yeah, no. That I like that James Cook play.
Cool. I'm assuming you agree though with Johnson coming back. That's just going to limit the amount of targets for Cook, etc. So there you go. Moving on to your second prop for the weekend. What do you like?
Second one that I like, we are going to go. So there's a lot of stuff I like actually in that same game. Going to go with Troy Franklin, 25 receiving yards. He's averaging 53 at home this season. He had 54 against the Bills last year in that playoff game. He's just been awesome. Let me just kind of move around from this. So look, he averaged 41 per game this season. In his last 10, he averaged 44, last 5, 35. I mean, this number just seems comically low. He's going to be covered by Tre'Davious White, who you and I don't really like. I think he's a little bit washed at this point. And look, the Bills, the Bills have had admittedly a very good pass defense. They haven't had a good run defense, and I feel like this is a nice little zig while everyone zags kind of play. Get a couple deep shots in. Let me just kind of look. As I'm looking at the Bills, they are this has happened in them in spots. I think for me, it's kind of a matchup type of situation. So let me. I'm just looking at how they've been since week 12. Because they've beaten up on bad competition, so I'm not gonna do anything with that. But yeah, I like this play. We like Troy Franklin for like playoff TD leader. This feels like a really good Troy Franklin spot, to be totally honest. And the total on this game is high too. It's like total's what, 46?
I was surprised by how high it was.
Yeah, total's 45.5, and it's a 1 point spread. It's a pick'em.
Yeah.
So this is
they're picking Denver to do some stuff offensively.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to approach it. I'm just looking at some deep statistics on FTN real quick. Yeah, I mean, like the Bills have been middle on they've been very mid on deep completions, but I just think there's going to be a lot of pace up that's just going to happen within this. So give me this Troy Franklin 25 receiving yards at plus 118.
I mean, last week we saw Parker Washington do well against this defense. So
that's right. That's a good call out. That's a great call out. Pretty sure Parker Washington was covered by, what's his name? By Tre'Davious White too. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Let me just look at one thing then.
Washington was great last week.
I am looking right now at who has done well on the play action targets, because that could be it. So Troy Franklin since week 11, 38% of the play action targets, 60% of the routes. He has had 13% of the target share, third highest target share since week 11, by the way. He has had also 22% of the air yards. Yeah, I think that we're getting some really good value on this one.
Yeah, I can get behind it, especially with the fact that Franklin can, in theory, get there on one catch and just have an absolute bomb. So.
Joe's saying Washington was not covered by anyone. He was wide open all day.
Yeah, well, he was. Like, nobody was near him the entire time.
No one was near him.
There you go. All right, so I can get behind that play too. Before we get into the rest of our props, a reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, Avo. So if you want to try to make more money betting on sports, check out Avo, AVO, best sports betting tool that helps you make a profit every time when you place your bets. Do this by helping you spot arbitrage chances and also plus EV opportunities. If you don't understand that, that's fine. They do have step-by-step video guides to help teach you some of these sports betting techniques. But if you want to check out avo.bet, use the code that we have, SGPN, for $18 off. It's avo.bet, code SGPN, for $18 off your purchase. We're also brought to you by Kalshi, real money prediction markets that are available in all 50 states. You can trade a bunch of different sports as well in the NFL, college football, NBA, NHL, you name it, a bunch of different sports they have available for you. Also check out props. They have first touchdown score if you are interested in that kind of thing. Also a reminder that if you are new to Kalshi, get a nice sign-up deal courtesy of us. Use the code when you sign up, SGPN, for a free $20. So once again, that's Kalshi, Kalshi. New customers get $20 for free at sign up with the code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through the first couple props that we have for this upcoming NFL weekend. Time to go on into the next prop, which is my second prop for the show. So for the second prop, I'm going to go once again back to the first half. Give me Brock Purdy, first half over 6.5 rushing yards at -119. I took the longest rush against Seattle in the last meeting, and that was the only thing that the Niners did well in that entire game because he went over. But Purdy's been a solid first half rusher as well. He's had at least 10 rushing yards in the first half in 8 of his last 10 games. And on top of that, he's been great against Seattle. He's had at least 10 rushing yards in the first half in 4 straight against Seattle. We know Purdy can scramble for a first down almost every game. He had, I think it was 8 or 9 carries against the Eagles last game. So the usage was there, but I do think that the first half could be intriguing for Purdy. One scramble probably gets this, and the line does feel pretty short. Give me Brock Purdy, first half rushing yards over 6.5 at -119.
Who do you think wins that game?
Me, Seattle. Okay. I understand that Darnold is injured and all, but the Niners have no players. Everyone's dead. And I think Seattle's really good.
I think Seattle's going to fuck up this team.
I do too. I think it's going to be ugly. You could argue it might be a repeat of the last meeting where it was basically like 14-3 or something.
I don't even know if it's going to be. I think it could be a blowout. I think I guess the thing to me is it's like what I see with my eyes versus gambling radar kind of thing, you know, where for me this is a team that the first time they played each other, the first game of the season, Niners won on their last possession. The second time, Seattle won, but like nobody really scored. Now you got to play them a third time, and they're laying 7.5, which shouldn't have anything to do with George Kittle. And so I mean that's a crazy number for a book to put up on a divisional opponent, right? And I just think that combining this with there's a lot of, oh my God, that's too many points for Sam Darnold. I gotta tell you, man, I don't think that this Niners team is very good. And I also, Saleh in the middle of the week took an interview with the Titans.
Yeah.
And so he also hasn't put together back-to-back good defensive games all season, like at all. And with that Titans interview, are you betting on Eric Kendricks to have back-to-back generational games off the practice squad?
I mean, I don't think this Niners defense is any good. Okay. We saw Phillip Rivers torch this defense for about 3 quarters. So I'm not interested. As for a score, I got 20-10. I see an ugly, low-scoring game that goes in favor of Seattle.
Yeah.
That's what I got. You have a score prediction on that? I got 20-10.
I got 31-8.
Oh, so you have a murder.
Oh, I have a murder.
Okay. Either way, Darnold, healthy or not, thinks you do enough. Purdy might run for his life.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in laying the 7 on this one. I think I'm going to take some alts here.
No, it could be a teaser if you want to get a leg there. That's an option if you want to consider it. But I see a question, by the way, from Sports Picks. If I'm still with Winners and Whiners. Winners and Whiners got bought out by Wager Talk. So Wager Talk kind of took over Picks and Parlays and Winners and Winers. And they kind of revamped the entire YouTube. Long story short, I don't sell picks, so they decided to pivot to people that sell picks.
That's not true because I'm on there and I don't sell picks. Maybe they just were like, Scott.
That's for a guest.
Too smart for us.
I'm saying I used to host my own show.
I know. Dude, I know.
The point is, am I still there? I'm still in the Discord. So I see all the like payment plan stuff they have behind the scenes. Like I'm not involved in any of it, but I'm technically still employed. I did some Total Chaos videos for Picks and Parlays a couple of months ago. But yeah, I'm still technically there. I just don't do anything for them. But I didn't get fired or anything. I'm still there.
No. Scott doesn't get fired anywhere. That's just
never
happening.
That was just a question, so I'll address it. The answer is yes and no. That's how that goes. Anyway, Adam, moving on to your third prop. What do you like?
Favorite one on the board. So I'm back in the Pats. And as part of that, I am taking, first of all, shout out to Benedict Dantold, looking skinny and handsome. Can we get a request on what foods energy turn show? I think actually the thing that you guys should be doing when you share Propcast stuff or comment on it is note what foods you would like for us to review, breakfast foods. And also no shaming people.
Oh, so it's only breakfast foods?
No, I don't care. But no shaming yogurt.
Okay.
Like that guy did. All right. Anyway, Drake May. 35 plus longest reception, plus 105. I'm expecting a lot of pass rush, and Drake May is the best deep ball in the league. He is the best in the league at single high coverage. This is something that that Houston uses more than 50% of the time. They are a stout defense, but again, Pats are the best defensive team, deep ball, EPA wise. Houston's in the middle there. There are a couple of the ways you can beat these teams with some broken plays and some broken coverage. Yeah, look, May averages 40 yards on his longest throws this year. Bottom line, I think the Pats win this game. He goes over this when they win. He goes under it when they lose. Only 6 times in the last 2 years when they've won. Obviously, they didn't win a lot last year, but only 6 times when they've won in the last 2 years has he gone under his longest completion. So give me Drake May. 35 plus yards for longest completion at plus 105.
Yeah, there should be enough one-on-one chances on the outside to take some shots.
Yeah.
And we know that Booty can catch one, Diggs can catch one of the tight ends can. Even a dump-off pass, screen pass could work out.
Yeah, Henry.
Yeah, a lot of options. I see Benedict mentioning that he wants a Wawa meatball sub.
Ooh, that's good.
For the record, I'm actually in Philly, and I had Wawa last night. Tuna sub, delicious. Still
I'm trying to get Scott to come with me to Vegas next week, and he's kind of like, no, I'm too busy at parks in Philly.
Well, the point is I'm going to have to look into the Vegas stuff after I get back. So I'm also busy with all the open stuff. I got a couple podcasts I got to prep for.
That's true. I should have you log into my parks account to see if you can get down on that Roman Anthony feature that I wasn't able to get down on.
That's fine. So let me know.
Check their. I'll check their app, and then if I do, then you're going to be doing that for us. So
cool. Sounds good. Do you want that on the app, or do you want me to get an in-person ticket?
No. That's look, if you can look to everyone here, I like Roman Anthony MVP at 50-1, and then I gave it out, and then it disappeared, and I didn't get to bet it yet. So if anybody can find it,
okay, I'll see what I can do. But moving on to my last prop, it's going to be on the same guy. Actually, it's going to be on Drake May, but I'll be a bit more negative. I am going to go with Drake May interception at even money. I think even money is just a great price. May has been a guy who's been very turnover prone. We saw that last week against the Chargers. They won the game anyway, but he was not exactly careful with the ball. He's had at least 1 interception in 7 of his last 11 games. So they've been winning, but there's basically a guaranteed turnover thrown into every single game. On top of that, Houston's been very opportunistic defensively. Houston's had at least 1 interception in 6 straight. They had the pick 6 against Rodgers at the end of that game last week. But the fact is, this Houston defense is extremely opportunistic, and they got a lot of ball hawks in the secondary. May's been loose with the football over the last couple of months. Patriots can still win this game, but I see at least 1 throw going poorly in this matchup. Give me Drake May interception at plus 100.
I mean, it's super doable. I expect him to be under a lot of pressure.
I just don't get the price. When he's done it in 7 of the last 11, and he had 1 last week as well, in his first playoff game, he did not look comfortable at all.
No.
I'm shocked this wasn't like minus 120. I think even money is just a good price.
I have a different game script going on in this game, but I absolutely get where this one's coming from.
So I'm going to ask, what is your game script? Because I have an ugly Patriots win, but I have like 17-13. I think this game's disgusting.
I don't. I think that this is the Pats blow up game.
Oh, you do?
Offensively. Okay. Yeah, I do.
I think it's a matter of May.
I think that the Texans aren't going to be able to move the ball on the ground, and with Nico Collins either limited or not playing, I don't think that they're going to be able to move the ball through the air.
So that was my angle. I think that it's going to be an ugly game too. I just think that Stroud and May will both not play well, and I think it turns into a classic New England rock fight in Foxborough where it's 15 degrees, first team to 17 wins. That's kind of where I'm at.
I mean, I get it. I just there's going to be a blow up offensive game from this Pats team, and I think that this is like the one that it is. We'll talk about when we get to the miscellaneous because I have a bunch of there's some futures there's some weekend futures that I like that are related to this game. So
yeah,
I think
once again, my script does have the Patriots covering the 3. I just would put it with the under. I just see a very ugly game.
Okay.
So
you'll get good reverse correlation on that.
Yeah, it could work. So, or if you want to tease both in the same game, which is very degen.
Why don't you just do that? Is like it is pretty degen.
Very deep. I don't mind it. I mean, you tease the total up to what, like 46.5? I mean, that just seems like a pretty good deal.
That's pretty solid. It's a key number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you get the Texans potentially at what, 9.5 at 9, and you throw that with the under. That's an option. So keep that in mind. But there you go. But either way, moving on to miscellaneous. What do you like for your miscellaneous plays?
I decided. Well, I'm gonna. The only other play that I really did like that I have Bo Nix over 22.5 rushing yards. I like that because 43 in the game last year. He's definitely going to use his legs. Bills 20th in rushing, 28th also in rushing to QBs. My miscellaneous probably is going to center around. So that people know, I'm on the same Kyle Juszczyk ladder with Kramer. We built it together in the lab, but that is something you should go listen to the mothership show to talk about. I have a ladder when we're ready to talk about ladders. But do you want to give me? Should I give out the futures that I have that are miscellaneous?
You can if you want to. My miscellaneous was the Loveland receptions at 4.5.
Okay.
Which was minus 134.
We both like big Loveland game.
We think it's a good Loveland game. I mean, the offense has completely pivoted to being so heavily involved with Loveland. I had the numbers up in the last 3 games. Do you want to guess how many times he's been targeted in the last 3 games?
How many?
38. 38 targets in the last 3 games.
Bonkers.
And he's had 6+ catches in 3 straight. The reason why I didn't do the yards was because the Rams do a pretty interesting job with tight ends where they give up a lot of underneath stuff. Like McBride, I think I forgot how many catches he had. I think he had a bunch of catches, but he only had like 60, 70 yards. So I have seen this Rams defense limit the big plays against tight ends, but they just give up so many catches underneath for like 5-6 yards a pop. Against the Rams, he had 5 catches for 58. So I have seen tight ends go over while the receptions while also going under the yards, and the targets speak for themselves. And Kmet stinks. So I like Loveland to go over the receptions. You like the yards, but either way, I think that he ends up with a monster game.
Yep, I think we're on the same page as
that. That was my miscellaneous.
Shout out J Mark. Shout out J Mark. Old Fashioned Football Podcast. Also on the network. For giving out Loveland. He had a Loveland TD ladder preseason that I just fell in love with. We got to the bottom rung of it with the 5, but
he started off very, very slow this past year. He's going to be a monster next year.
I think
next year is going to be absurd. But you can give out the futures if you want to, if you don't have any other miscellaneous stuff you want to share.
Okay, let's talk about these futures. All right. So I like Bo Nix divisional round rushing leader, 65-1. I like
when I was on the mothership show yesterday, Kramer also convinced Sean to take the Knicks game leader at 27.
Yeah, I took it for him. I took them both. So yeah,
right.
took them both.
I wasn't sure if you were also taking that. Okay.
Yeah, we all share a brain.
All right.
Also on AJ Barner, most tight end receiving yards, 11-1. This is me saying that I do not bank on Eric Kendricks having a monster game again, and I think that we're gonna have a crappy Salah game. So give me that. And I like Drake May most passing yards for the weekend at 7-1. Again, I think this is a big blow up spot for Drake May, and I'm pretty into the spot. So I think it's I'm going to take that. I see May's legs are the difference. 35 is a rushing number for him. So I'm pretty much into this one.
Are there any potential Patriots receivers you want to take for most receiving yards or no?
Had to look at the odds, but I'd say Butte probably.
Okay. Just wondering.
I just think because it's tied to this. I think he's going to be.
Yeah, you like the longest. You like the May. I'm just wondering if there's a receiver you think that goes off in particular.
I would go back to Diggs, even though he didn't have a good game last week. But Diggs is much more an underneath guy, So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that one.
Cool. Anything else you want to throw in there?
I have a ladder, but you tell me when we're ready.
Let's do it now.
Troy Franklin ladder. We're going up. 25 yards, as I said, plus 118, 40 yards, 3-1, 50 yards, plus 516, and 60 yards, plus 830. A reminder, he had 54 against the Bills last year. He's had over 70 a couple times this season. Most in the game, by the way, 22-1. So sprinkle on that for Troy Franklin. We're taking Troy Franklin. Could probably get this on 2 balls. Let's do it.
Okay. Cool. Works for me. My ladder, which I pitched on the Mothership show, just Drake May interceptions. One's at even money. 2 is at plus 428. So there you go. I like the price on 2 at 420.
I like it. That's a crazy number.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to add? Or should we just move on into the best bets and the underdog?
We can move into the underdog.
Cool. So before we get into the underdog, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor, which is Underdog Fantasy. So play pick'em entries, chance to win 5,000 times your entry, bring the playoff magic all playoffs along. So every playoff weekend, check out the app to see what promos are waiting for you. A lot of profit boosts. Recommend checking it out. Plus, new offer to customers, play just $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They've been great this NFL season, especially on props. Check them out for other sports as well. They have golf, they have college basketball, they have college football. If you want to look at the national title game taking place on Monday. Point is, they can help you with a lot of different sports. Think you'll like the options from a model building perspective as well. A couple ways to do it. Build your own from scratch, copy over the leaderboard, or let Rhythm give you their plays directly from the house model. Sharing a prop from this upcoming weekend, for this upcoming weekend from Rhythm. So Rhythm is a fan of, let's see what they like here. They like Kendrick Bourne over 5.5 receiving yards at minus 111. That's one play that Rhythm likes. Rhythm is projecting 22.4 receiving yards. I don't mind that half this team's dead, so somebody's got to catch the ball. I don't mind Bourne catching one pass for 7 yards. That's fine.
I like that one. That one caught my eye. The Woody Marks one also caught my eye. But Kendrick Bourne, I like. I think you're completely right. I think this is a great spot to back Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, I mean the whole team's dead, so somebody's got to catch a pass. So there you go. Either way, though, Kendrick Bourne over 5.5 receiving yards at minus 111 is the Rhythm play for this episode. But a reminder, if you want to check out Rhythm by yourself, get a nice sign-up deal courtesy of us. So if you want to go premium with your account, use the code SGPN25. We download the app, and you'll get a 25% off discount for your first month. That's Rhythm, RATHMM, code SGPN25 for 25% off your first month at Rhythm. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through our props for the divisional round. Time to go on into our best bets. Adam, what is your favorite play out of the 3 you gave out?
Drake May, to the moon.
Okay.
Drake May, 35 plus, longest pass, plus 105.
Okay. My best bet is going to be on James Cook first half under 7.5 receiving yards minus 121. Once again, this prop is 17-1 to the under this season. Denver is allowing the second fewest receiving yards to running backs in the league, and Ty Johnson, after missing last week, is back, and he should take over the third down pass catching role as well as the 2-minute drill. So that should definitely limit the targets that Cook gets. Either way, though, give me James Cook first half receiving yards under 7.5 at minus 121 as my best bet. Moving on to underdog, Adam, anything you want to recycle or anything that you want to build from scratch?
I just agreed, by the way, to do the VSiN segment, so you're clear.
I wasn't going to do it anyway, so I was clear anyway.
By the way, I do want to add one other play that I do like. I like Caleb Williams, 20-plus rushing yards.
Okay, that's fine.
5 straight quarterbacks have gone over their number against the Rams.
I mean, do you want to do Bourne in there? Just throw rhythm 5.
Well, hold on. I'm just now I can pay my attention to this. So, Phillies re-signed JT Realmuto.
I don't know if you're happy about that or not.
It's kind of like the Bo Bichette thing was crazy.
That caught me off guard, but the Mets
they kept they overpaid.
Well, the Mets ownership said, well, listen, we got to sign somebody, and Bichette was the guy they chose. So that's how that went.
Okay, so I think that this is on. What do you think of? What do you think? I thought I saw fumbles on here. Okay, do you want to do a CJ?
Oh, so we want to get DGen. This is
let's get DGen.
Okay.
CJ Stroud fumble.
Okay, I'm in for it.
1.45. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do that. All right.
That's fun.
You like the Brock Purdy rush, and I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Let's do that one.
I mean, I like the first half, but I still don't mind the full game. I mean, full game's still a solid deal.
Do you want to do that?
They don't have it on Underdog.
On Underdog, they have the full game.
No, I was saying the first half they didn't have. So.
Well, do you not like it then?
Not as much.
Okay, that's fine. Then we won't do that. Okay, let's do then.
Do you want to use the Bourne play?
Yeah, we can use the Bourne play.
The Bourne ultimatum. He loses whenever taking
Bourne ultimatum, and I like. I mean,
5.5 is nothing.
Yeah, and I like.
And we think the game script's good for the Niners to throw the ball.
Let's do this. Let's do the Caleb.
Rushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Do you prefer the rushing yards or the longest rush? Comparing the two.
The rushing yards.
Okay, we'll just do that. Works.
Okay, so we have Kendrick Bourne higher 5.5 receiving yards. CJ Stroud higher 0.5 fumbles lost. Caleb Williams higher 19.5 rush yards. Going to use an 8.7 max payout. I'm going to use a profit boost for us too. 13.32. This is a bonkers one, dude.
Yep.
All right, cool. $50 allegedly wins us $666.
Okay, there you go. All right, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the show. A reminder that we have no Monday night game to talk about, so we'll be back once again next week, but less episodes. We're going to have an NBA NHL one. Do you want to do 2 NBA NHL ones or just one next week?
We will do, so we won't have a Monday show because I got kids home.
Well, besides that, there was no Monday night game, so it's fine.
No, but I know, I just meant in general. We will do...
Well, I was going to ask, did you want to try to do one?
I love how everyone gets to watch you and I figure this out together.
I was wondering maybe Sunday night or Monday. You said you can't do Monday, though. Did we want to do one for the college title game?
No.
No? Okay, just throwing that idea.
That's not my world.
That's fine. Just throwing that idea.
It's fine. I mean, I don't need to. You can do it.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll figure it out.
We'll do it. We'll probably do 2 NBA NHL next week.
Okay, we'll probably do that, but we'll do, of course,
2 NBA NHL, and then we'll do the Friday.
Well, it depends on your.
Well, actually, I'll be in Vegas. Yeah, but whatever. So. I can record.
Okay, we'll see. We'll make it work. But there should be 3 episodes, but expect more NHL NBA content.
Yeah. That'll work. I mean, I'll be around. Yeah. Staff meeting segment is my favorite. Joe Dollar.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
Ooh, Champions League show.
I mean, I follow soccer. I don't really know if you do, but
I don't. But you could. But you could bring that to the. It could be NHL, NBA, Champions League.
I can do that for miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah.
If we want to.
Why don't we do a miscellaneous show, an NBA, NHL show, and I mean, mine are all going to be NHL, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Anyway, till next time, you can find me on Twitter, Rachel Radio. Find him on Twitter at Hey Rosenberg. Find the Propcast on Twitter at the Propcast SGPN. If you like the show, subscribe on YouTube to the channel, the Propcast SGPN, or find the podcast on Spotify or Apple. Leave a rating and a review. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.